Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to my channel once again. The name is GK Talabi, poet, writer, lyricist, dramatic poet. I've uploaded another poem again called Fruit of the Womb. This poem is written from an African perspective, but I think it can apply to anyone in a marriage, any woman who's experiencing, infertility. It tells the story of a woman who's gotten married, and it's quite a happy marriage to begin with. They courted for quite a long time, and she got married to her partner, and all of a sudden she realized she can't get pregnant. She's tried and tried and tried and tried, and the baby isn't coming up. So she's from the African perspective, once a woman can't have a baby, you can be rest assured the mother-in-law is going to step in. Yeah, like I said, the mother-in-law is gonna step in, and sometimes it might not be just the mother-in-law. It could be like the man's family are gonna step in and quite start asking questions. What's wrong? Where is the grandchild? Where is the grandson or the granddaughter? So in this story which I've written, the mother-in-law has stepped in and putting pressure on the woman in question, say, like what's going on. I mean, those of you who were familiar with the Nollywood films or African films, you can see there's always like an interfering mother-in-law or an interfering sister-in-law. He starts asking, where is the baby? So in the, I think it's in the third verse here, one, two, three, you know, yeah, it is in the third verse where I write, uh, in church we got married, in joy and laughter we tarried, but my in-laws waited for the moment of truth, whereby my womb will bring forth its fruit. Every night my husband tried, and every day my heart and soul cried. That's where, people, the expectation on this woman is so great that, even for her to get pregnant itself, the nervousness is enough to get, to abolish the whole idea of having a baby. So she's gone to see a doctor, and lo and behold, the fault of not having a baby is on her. The husband is fine. And in the verse here, one, in the fourth verse of the story, she goes, the doctors say I am at fault, and my argument isn't worth the salt. My mother in law was the first to call me barren. She swears I can't give her grandchildren. My husband's siblings hassle me for nephews and nieces. Deep down in my heart, I just fall and break to pieces. When I wrote that verse, I actually felt it. I can actually see this woman. I can almost feel her raw emotions as the pressure on her begins to mount for her to produce a child. And because of the setting of the poem, as the setting is in Africa, so uh, there isn't much support which she has. So you go on to the next verse, and she goes like, "On my knees, I begged my in-laws to be patient, explaining that my marriage is still a bit recent, but they showed me no sympathy, not even an inch of empathy. I have absolutely no idea what to do, where to go, or who to turn to." So in that verse, I can actually see this person distraught. She's begging, like, give me a chance. It might she might not get pregnant this year. She might get pregnant the following year. I mean, she's only just gotten married. And they're like, no, 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 no. We want a baby. We want a baby. We want a baby now. You know. So the mother-in-law now puts pressure on her son to get another wife, and that's the scenario in some African family, when the first wife or the main wife can't, produce an offspring, a child, the man is told to go outside, bring in a new wife who can. And that's what I write in this verse. Get a new wife, mother-in-law tells her son. And that's exactly what my husband has done. In my presence, he brings his girlfriend. After years of courtship, I hope it's not the end. My mother-in-law is now filled with joy. Her son is certainly a mama's boy. So her son has gone out and, brought a girlfriend in, someone who can, have a baby. And this woman is distraught because she's known a husband is kind of like a mama's boy, can stand for himself. He's got to do what mama says. And not only that, custom tradition as well. Maybe he wants a child as well. And he's not uh, can I say as sympathetic with his wife. So he's gone out to bring in a new girlfriend, or so a wife to be. So the last verse is what really touched me as I wrote it. It's like here goes, because this woman is just like she's done all she could, all she can. She's been to the doctors, been everywhere, and a baby isn't coming. She's not going to get pregnant, and all she has is a faith in God, be that Christianity, Islam, a higher power, whatever that God is to her, and she's holding on to that faith. And she says, "But I still hold on to my faith in God, for He created my flesh and blood. To Him I cry out my complaint, for He knows my grief and pain. Dear God, please bless me with a child, just a child, boy or girl, able or disabled. A child is a child." So she is desperate in this prayer, and she goes like, "God, just bless whatever you give me, a boy, a girl, able or disabled, I'll take it." Just all she wants now is just to get pregnant, just to say she's brought a child into this world. And I believe like any woman who's been in this situation, any woman in these shoes, we can see themselves in this story, and can see uh, I think visualizing. uh, I mean, if you're a person who's who are in this who's in this situation, could you leave your comment down below and let me know? Or if you know anyone who's been through this, leave your comments down below. If you want to read more of my work, subscribe to my channel. If you want to collaborate with me as a writer, lyricist, just leave your contact details below. We'd love to hear from you. This poem of mine, I've written so many, but out of the many I have written, this one actually stands out for me. It really stands out for me because I believe it's real. I believe it's somebody's story somewhere in somebody somewhere, some woman somewhere in the world is going through this right now, and I believe some man somewhere is has a wife going through this, and he's going to get a second wife, a second partner, or whatever, or a girlfriend, or concubine, or has a child outside, and some people might suggest, why can't she adopt? The thing is, in some societies, in some cultures, adoption is sometimes frowned upon. You're expected to have your own child, to get pregnant, to carry a child for 9 months and have your own child, bring your own child into this world. So I love the poem a lot. I think I did a good job on it. But please read it. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Uh, if you think I could have done better on it. If you think I could have added more to the story, let me know. Thank you very much. Subscribe. Love to hear from you. Leave your comments down below. Cheers.